Hello, hello, hello. Are you Jay?
Yes, sir. And
You got a pen for me?
yes, sir. The pin is 2514.
All right. First and foremost, all rides are recorded. You got a 46-minute ride. Feel free to enjoy the tablet because the tablet is free.
Oh, sweet. Appreciate it.
How you doing?
And thought it was gonna be a long Monday, and then my boss was like, "Hey, you ain't got no more work. Let's go on." So I'm feeling pretty good. It's a short day today.
What, you a driver?
Yeah, dump truck.
Dump truck. Okay. Dump truck driver. Okay. I hear you. Yeah, boy, you a long ways away.
Right. Yeah, my partner, he actually a friend of mine I went to school with, and he had his yard up here. I guess is where they mainly do a lot of work. But lately they've been doing the work by my house. So I literally see my house, my apartment, and then I have to catch a ride and go back there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you make this trip every day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Every day.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
My homeboy, which is my boss, he usually pays for most of it, which he don't have to. But what happened a couple months ago, both of my vehicles I had, they both took a crap in the same week.
Oh, man.
And I ended up just getting rid of them. One of they were older cars. One was a 96 Honda Civic 2 manual, and the thermostat was stuck and the engine overheated. And the other one, my pops, he gave me the truck. It was a Nissan, but being that he kept the car sitting so long, and it started dry rotting and things. It just ended up a money pit.
Oh, wow, okay.
I gotta get out of there.
Yeah, I actually live down this street. That's crazy because I didn't know I was over here.
Oh, this street here?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, my sister lives over here.
Sweet. It's pretty nice area, isn't it?
I don't know. Well, I guess.
For the most part. And you know.
I mean, I don't bother nobody.
Right.
They building a sidewalk. I think that's what they doing. They building the sidewalks right here.
Oh. Huh. Man, that's not bad. Cause yeah, it seemed like it would be hard to walk the street, especially these people right here. They probably be speeding all through here.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, woke up one day, somebody was down in the ditch.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's easy.
So, let me see. That's right here with his black car. That's where my sister lived.
Oh.
She just got that car. That's her second car. Got the little Nissan. Yeah.
Nissan Sentra?
What the
Black car?
Nah, this is an Altima.
Awesome.
But yeah, crazy thing is that's her second new car because the first one somebody hit her from the back and totaled it out.
Dang.
She only had it for 2 weeks. Yeah, I had to go up there and get that one. I'm the co-signer on it.
Dang.
But you know, I came here from Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Speed for you. Yeah, I be getting around. Right. You know, I got a room there. I don't want to be there.
Right.
Once you learn the language of collaboration, you can coordinate. You can, you know, meet some people and put some ones and twos together.
That's it. You take off.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely, man. And Jacksonville, Northeast Florida that's the thing. It's like you gotta link up with people around here because it's hard when it's, you know, like, I guess it's almost in any situation. But like, you know, when you network with some people, you can make things happen around here, especially in this town. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How long you been here?
About a year. October 30th. That's when my birthday was. So like, excuse me. So like, the 22nd of October, kinda, I drove down here.
Right. Oh man, all the way from
from the Midwest. Like I went visit my parents and stuff in the Midwest, and then came out here. Yeah, she inherited that property. Her father passed away from the COVID.
Oh, damn.
So
yeah, COVID kind of got my grandma. Really, she had COVID, but when she went in there, they said, "Oh, there was some other stuff going on," and they
complications.
Surgery. And then they said
surgery.
Yeah, she had. They said she was bleeding internally or something, and being, I guess, she had COVID and put her in the hospital. They discovered it.
Yeah.
And then they went to, poking and prodding, and she bled out. And they tried to sum it up and say, well, it's just COVID. The COVID is what did it.
Communication. Yeah. I mean, again, I've seen a lot of people go from that COVID when it was going.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I had it, man, I thought I was gone.
I started I was doing security work at a retirement center when COVID hit. Woo. So I seen 10, 20. I seen 20 people getting taken out of there per day.
Yeah.
So when I went to the people and I found out I was positive for COVID, I started crying, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't know that rolling the dice. You like, man, I got it. Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
That's what happened to me. And I had it to where, man, my wife, she sealed off. We have a two-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
So we just took Ethan's. We went to the what's it called? The mall out there in Arlington. It's not really a mall anymore, but Regency Mall. We went out there. They had the whole CDC thing, whatever we went through there. And I remember it was this island woman. She reminded me of my mama. And she was looking at the thing, and they ain't supposed to tell you. And they wait till you get out. And then on the way out, they'll give you a paper or something telling you if you got it or not. They looked at her I laughed at it now, but she looked at her clipboard and she was like, sucked her teeth. I said, oh shit. I was like, man. And what's funny is that I had symptoms like cold chills, like flu symptoms. You know what I'm saying? So I was still hanging in there. But then after I heard that and then I got home, man, I felt like I was on death's door, man.
Boy, because just before that, I was talking to my grandfather, but he had dementia, so we were taking care of him. And we were talking, having I was telling him my plans and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to a doctor's meeting or something, but really we was getting him in a old person's home. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Yeah, because you had told him. Yeah, he'd have fought y'all about that.
Yeah. So he was like, y'all wait 1 minute, I'll be right out, type thing. And he didn't know, and they said they had a 0%. It was when COVID first was coming out. So they said we ain't had no COVID going on here.
Dang.
7 days later, he was on the ventilator, done. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was going through my head when they told me oh yeah, positive. I was like, okay, it's over for me because I just seen it happen. I had just seen it.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that was probably 2 years ago. It's life goes on. But
right.
Yeah, that's how I got out here, because once 5, 6, 7 people start passing away, then your whole family kind of gotta reorganize and do what's best for everybody.
Yep, that's kind of what happened to us.
Yeah,
my grandmother passed.
Couldn't pay that $2,000 rent out in Los Angeles.
Right.
It ain't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, with roommates. You know what I'm saying?
And with roommates?
You hear me?
Jesus. Oh my God. I felt like you just plugged me in the stomach. Oh my God. $2,000 with roommate. Yeah, you made. Listen, I'm sorry that you had bad situations prior to that, but you made the right decision.
I'm telling you.
Get the hell away from that. $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
And you roommating situation.
Yeah.
And $2,000 a month here. I pay. Where you about to take me? I don't know if you're familiar with that area. well, you about to take me, my rent for a 2-bedroom apartment, and because I've been there for about a couple of years, probably won't be that far off, but it is $1,700 with late fees.
Yeah.
If I decide to wait until like the 18th to pay my rent, it's like $1,700.
Right.
All total. It wouldn't even go more than that.
Right.
Man.
So that's what.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, once I found out, because it was a chain reaction on how my sister got the property. Because first it was my uncle's, and he passed away from COVID. Her dad inherited it. Then 7 days later, he passed away because they was both living there. You know.
So they one passed to the other.
And then they both passed away, and she's the only remainder, so she got it. So yeah, it just be, you know.
Yeah.
But
man, that pressure. Whew. Yeah. My grandma, she I hate to blame my cousins, but
that's the only one who passed away from COVID.
That's the only one that passed away from COVID.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And my cousins, one of my cousins, I got 4 of them on my mama's side, and the oldest was staying with my grandma, and the middle child, he was always gone. He was always in Montana, chasing some white girl in Montana somewhere.
Dr. Umar.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And like, he was back, he was back and forth or whatever. But the girl, which is one of the twins, the youngest, she was in and out too. And the youngest one, I think he was in and out, but he was kind of more there. And I told my grandma, I was over the road at the time. This is when I first got my license. Well, now I kind of got in my swing. I think I was like 2 years in my license. And I was driving. It was around 2020, right when it kicked off. And I told my grandma, I remember I talk to my grandma at least every 3 days. I talk to her. Or when I come back in town, I usually see her if it's on the way back to my house.
Right.
And I remember I was like, Grandma, don't have little Reggie and them in and out of the house. I was like, either they stay there for a little bit, or if they leave, don't let them come back for at least 24 hours. Like, tell them they gotta stay out 24 hours. If they got any symptoms, tell them to stay out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no, they need a place and this, that, and the other. And my grandma's sweet as could be.
Right.
She washed clothes every day. I was like, why, Grandma? Why you wash clothes every day? Because, little Reggie and Ryan and Kendall, they need their stuff. And I was like, they are some grown people.
I mean, but that could have been what was keeping her alive, though.
That's true.
Staying active.
Right. That's true. And it was crazy. Right before that even happened, I told my grandma, I was like, look, because she just bought this house. It was a Habitat house or whatever. And her husband at the time passed away, I think like a year or two in them staying in that house. So she'd been only at that time been in the house for like 4 years.
Right.
And I told my grandma, I said, hey, I'm over the road, I'm making good money. And I said, what about this? And my wife at the time, she just had my son. So he was like 2 at this time. And I said, hey, every once in a while, you can hang out with my wife. I'm not saying you got to do anything, but my wife was by herself while I was over the road, and she ain't had nobody because her mother was dealing with whatever she was dealing with, and she didn't really try to help out. So I told my grandma, hey, if you come by or whatever, you ain't got to worry about it. I'll make sure your house stay clean. I'll make sure you take care of it. I said, hell, I even pay your mortgage. And her mortgage was like $600 a month. Yeah. That was pocket check. I was over the road. That ain't nothing to me.
The mortgages is better, yeah.
Right. So she let my cousin convince her, oh no, you'll be taking care of the kid, this, that, and other, that. And I told her, I said, Grandma, I would never put you in a position to do that. I said, my wife, she is the most hard-headed, prideful Alabama woman you would ever meet. Her people from Alabama.
Right.
I said they take pride and take care of their own. They don't put off on nobody else. And my grandma was like, no, your cousins need me. Da, da, da. I said, all right, I hear you. Then that's when COVID kicked off. And that's when I told her, hey, you need to keep them out the house. Come find out she get COVID.
Yeah.
She in the hospital. They quarantine her in the hospital for 4 days. They get to day 3, And she was like, yeah, I can't wait to leave. Blah blah blah. She FaceTiming with us.
And then overnight, it just boom.
Overnight, done. I remember my who had called me?
It was aggressive, yeah.
It was my sister. Yep. It was my sister. She called me, and last time I remember hearing my sister cry, I think she was 8 years old. I think that was the last time I ever heard her cry. And she's a nurse practitioner, and she already worked in nursing homes. I worked in nursing home too. That's why I can relate to what you said. And I ain't never, you know, usually you could be upset about, because I used to be upset about some of the patients who passed away. I mean, patients, but the people that work, you know, live there. Man, when I heard her crying about that, I just knew something was wrong immediately. She was just crying, saying, "Grandma." I was like, "Oh my God." I said, "Don't tell me that."
Yeah.
And I just went back to my grandma's house a couple weeks ago, and I haven't been there since she passed away. And that was back 2020 when she passed.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Well, my condolences, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough. That's why when you said about your pops, I was like, man, same thing. On the phone talking to her, she's like, "Oh, I can't wait to get back to the house." We was talking about cooking some island food and everything. You know, cause my mom, she cooked a lot of island food, and she was gonna make a good dish for her. And she came back and never made it back.
Yeah.
Oh. That's why when people be joking about that COVID, I be like, it's for real, bro.
Yeah, I was talking to a lady. She said there'd be surges going on every now and then. I mean, especially with the weather change and stuff, but it's not like it was, though. It was
back then.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, when I got it, I had got my floors clean, so I left all the windows open. I just thought I got, you know, cold from having the windows open. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know, just a regular, you know, cold. Because I felt fine. I woke up that day, I felt amazing.
Right.
Getting stuff done, being productive.
Yep.
By the time, and then I took a nap. Like, I had to get my floors clean, so they had to leave the windows open to air it out. I took a nap while it was airing out. By the time I woke up, I was like numb, like
like seized up.
Yeah, like
couldn't move. You didn't want to move.
Like I had 3 pairs of socks on. I was still super cold. Like it hit me quick. But I was like, oh man, I didn't know.
Yeah.
The next day I went, got tested. They was like, yeah, you're positive. And I was like, oh. Started crying. I'm like, yeah, okay, I know this is going.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know what's next. That's what happened to me, man. When I went home.
But I did all right. I mean, you know, made it through.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, look, it's a blessing. You still here with us.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Yes,
I think it was more designed for people that's like over the age of like 50.
Yeah, 50 and plus.
Yeah. It was systematic for sure.
Right. I mean, I remember when I had it, you know, I couldn't go to work, I couldn't do anything. And I remember I was watching, was it YouTube? I want to say YouTube or on Facebook. And they were, and you know, I like conspiracies. Because sometimes conspiracies do have truth. The thing about conspiracy, people will say it's false, but there is truth in it somewhere. And I remember watching one thing, and they said the reason why they think COVID really kicked off is because they were trying to kill off old people because Social Security is dying. Like, Social Security, we don't have no money in our Social Security. So, like, if you're, I'm 43, I don't know how old you are, but they were saying by the time I retire, I ain't gonna have no Social Security. And they were saying, the person on, and it was a black chick that was saying this shit. She was like, yeah, man, they doing this and that and the other, da-da-da. And I was like, man, I would hate that to be the case.
No, I believe that. I honestly, because just from my personal experience, I mean, like, what do we think? What do we think they want to do?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you think they benefit from all of us? No.
Making it through it? Right.
No, they only benefit. I mean, I'm saying, like, in actuality, like, as far as the working class American and whoopty whoop, like, Like I be driving like 8 to 10, probably 12 hours a day.
Right.
In my ear, I be studying and researching stuff.
Yeah, me too.
On different wavelengths of information, and I don't put it past them, you know.
Right.
And again, I don't hold it against them.
Right. It's same. I'm on that same deal. Yep.
They got to do what they got to do if that's what they got to do.
Right. Right.
Unfortunately, like a lot of us, we don't. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but like this is just an experience,
right?
And unfortunately, the powers in the hands of people who make the decisions realistically. So
right, yeah.
And it's not the people that we think.
Correct. I tell my wife that all the time.
The people, they've been here for millions of years.
Yep. Before
us. We max out at best at 120 years maximum. But a lot of people's legacies who run the operation
still around.
Go back millions of years.
Yep.
So but when we even get the thought process to develop enough, get our minds mature enough to even be able to grasp the concept of the actuality, it's too late because we're too old to do anything about it.
Yeah, especially us.
Yeah, melanated people. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the power structure.
Right.
Even if we all got together and it's so they got us at a true disadvantage.
Right. They got this
systematically.
Right. That's like I was listening to David Banner one time, and David Banner was like, the thing about a lot of us, we don't realize that they had a 400-year head start.
That's minute.
That's minute. Yeah, that's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, they probably like the way they hoard the actual information.
Yeah.
And use it, weaponize it, and systematically displace it.
Yep.
Where even that's what we remember is the 400 years. That's where our consciousness.
Right.
It's been millions of years.
Yeah.
It goes back before the Vatican.
Yep.
It goes back before the pyramids in Egypt.
Yep.
It goes back before the Aztec Mayans. The Atlantic cities.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes before all that. Yeah. So the things that are in place now, it's it would take you generations to even try to get some breathing room because they got us so bombarded with responsibilities.
Right.
If you got kids, that's a whole nother lifetime you might have to wait. If you married, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
And it goes on. Like we fight for survival.
Yeah.
We're not in no position to get leverage to be able to. Even our celebrities don't have access to the actualities.
I was just
of
it.
Even the riches of our society.
Right.
They not gonna. They can.
Yeah, like the LeBron Jameses and the Oprah Winfreys of the world. They're not gonna do nothing. They're gonna keep trying to get a little bit of wealth they keep getting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep. So it's not like they're gonna reverse engineer the programming.
Right.
Don't even care about it.
Right. and what's wild, I was listening. If you know about Dr. Umar Johnson, then that means you know about Dr. Boyce Watkins. You familiar with him?
Not 100%, but if you familiarize me, yeah.
So Dr. Boyce Watkins, he was a professor of economics at Syracuse.
Okay.
And he used to be on CNN. And what ended up happening is they didn't like what he was saying, and so they cut that off. And because he was preaching the truth about the inadequate, basically saying that like we're always on the bottom rung. We never be either eye to eye or slightly below. We always way below. And it's sad about our people in general, how we look at each other, is that as long as I'm doing better than you, I'm good. Versus they don't know the overall compassing of where we at in society. You know what I'm saying? That we are terrible, like way off. Like you go to another country and they look at us as clowns, you know. And I haven't really been abroad. The furthest I've been abroad is down in the islands, but I'm planning to go abroad because I always want to go to Egypt. And they just say they look at us crazy. But what's wild is that, like what Dr. Boyce Watkins said, is that we spend the most money and we're the smallest group, which is insane. I don't even know how they even. I can't even comprehend how they even work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really is too much to think about.
Right.
It's just like as long as I can wake up, breathe, go to work.
Get my little coin.
Get my coins. Get something to eat. Hopefully, every now and then I can get something good to eat. You know?
Right. Get that payday meal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to like sushi or something. Like if I could get that payday meal, I could eat that one day. You know. But yeah, man, it's wild.
I'm telling you, I just be trying to stay focused. I be trying to learn some stuff, but for the most part, this is from the time the sun come up to the sun go down.
Yeah.
And when people get in here, they don't want to talk. They want to whatever. I just do my grand opening and I just go ahead and get them where they gotta go. I don't even make it home safely. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I was like this guy this morning. He seemed like he didn't even want me in the car. And he picked me up from my apartment, took me up this way. I mean, he started talking later on.
I mean, because it's hard. It's hard. Uber, if you talk too much, they don't like that. Yeah,
right.
So sometimes when people get in, you just gotta read the room. Like, and honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I don't be even wanting to talk. I've learned to just put my headphones in and get you where you going. Yeah, because you never know, they can get out. And that's why I started recording all my rides, because now it gets darker quicker, so it'd be a whole different vibe of people when it gets dark. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you got to drive to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12, you never know who's on.
Yeah. They be on some other shit.
They want you to go looking for them, like, all kinds.
Yeah, that's wild. That there is wild.
But I've learned to appreciate the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I got this car, it had 150 miles on it. I got 36,000 miles on this thing. So I've been really driving.
Yeah, you've been putting in that work.
Man, I only had it for 8 months. So, but yeah, then you got to be in the traffic, and you know, you might end up in Orlando. You might be in Georgia.
For real? It'll get you like that?
Yeah. So, but see, the bad thing about it is, like, say you drive 2 hours to get to Orlando. Now you out of your district, you can't get a ride till you get back. So, it'd be. Then you gotta fill up the gas tank every day. Then you gotta all the maintenance and the whoop-de-whoops and the oil changes.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, that'd be part of the systematic type thing. You know, we're not gonna get no leverage.
Right. They always gotta get that edge on you a little bit.
Just enough to survive. If you do your best, you can survive. Everybody else, it's just struggle. It's just, and you know, they didn't have to make it this way. That's why I'm saying, like, at the beginning of the operation, y'all could have made it different. And I think that's what Dr. Umar and them be trying to say, is like, y'all didn't have to make it this way. Y'all did that because this was in y'all genes and was in y'all DNA.
Right.
Unconsciously, because it's not wrong to y'all, but it is wrong fundamentally.
Right.
Yeah,
boy, if you hit the nail on the head.
I'm trying to.
I'm telling you. I've been telling you, when my wife be bitching about her damn this old ass woman that's above her, that handles all the stuff. I think the company's trying to push her out, but they didn't just fire her because I guess she's like a legacy employee, and then the company just got bought out, and they happen to be the one that's eating, not ate. They're not eating, they're getting ate. And my wife, she's like, look, man, you need to be changing my title, because she went in there just doing data entry. It's a research company, so it's just people giving you name, address, figuring out what kind of study they're gonna get involved. And my wife processed that information, but then they found out, oh, my wife knows how to make advertisement videos. She's very good at TikTok. She's very good at YouTube. She's very good at just email correspondence on getting things done. And they started realizing that, and they just dumping more work on her. Hey, Cricket, can you do this? Hey, Cricket, can you do that?
Right. I need to put some respect on my name, put some pay on there.
That part, and come lo and behold, she did it for a whole year, just dealing with them. And then and what ended up happening, she gave her a raise, but it was a damn funky ass dollar, and she didn't even change the title. And I told my wife the whole time, the 6 months prior to the year, I told her, I said, they're gonna keep piling more work on you because they know you're talented, and they're trying to. All they're doing is the same thing they've been doing for thousands of years. They're just trying to milk every last bit of excellence out of you until you ain't useful to them no more.
No, or you get burned out,
and you just decide to quit.
See, and that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it.
Right. And she turned around and was like, I got a plan. I'm gonna figure it out. I said, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing, because I'm 6 years older than her.
Oh, 6 years older?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, look, man, I've been in these positions you've been in. I said, this is the reason why I drive trucks now, because I just don't like them direct. I don't want a direct boss. And I turned around and told her, I said, look, what's going to end up happening is she's going to keep pushing you on all this stuff. But the moment something goes left, you're going to be the fall guy. I'm just letting you know that right now.
It's already in her head.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be the fall guy. I'm just letting you know. Because one, and I'm not trying to be misogynist, but a lot of women don't take accountability. And she's an old white woman. I guarantee you, accountability is not in her vocabulary.
She probably already done threw you under the bus. You ain't even know. Yeah. Right. Yeah, she already done sprinkled a little bit of just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Right.
Because that's what they do. It'd be vicariously, dry snitching type stuff. It'd be the stuff like, you didn't have to say that. That was, but they just fly. They just go with it. It's just a part of it.
Right. And I've been in those situations, man. I used to sell cars. Trust me, I seen it all. And I'm telling you, and I know for a fact. I told my wife, I said, she's a dinosaur. The company knows she is. The new company that bought y'all company know it, and the only reason she's around is because Dr. Korn, which is the original doctor, he was the one that brought her aboard.
Yeah.
And he's starting to realize that he's getting pushed out because he sold the company. And now being he sold the company, they gave him a big stupid bag. But they gave him like a fugazi title, like president of creative whatever, and
just a reserved exit.
Right. Reserved, exactly.
And we're not kicking you out, but just take your time.
Take your time, get your stuff together,
See,
Right.
If you got, start developing better options.
Right. Yeah. So they turned around and gave him that big stupid bag, and now he's thinking about he traveling the world now. So, I think he ended up, she said he cleared $9 million.
Okay.
So he got stupid money.
Yeah.
He don't care. He care, but he don't care. At the same time, because he got an ego. So and now come to find out, the new company bringing in all their products and everything like that, and he's getting mad, talking like, no, it's still I'll tell you the name of the company because you've probably seen it everywhere. It's Encore. It's Jacksonville Research Center for something, but it's on University. But it's a big company. They're all over the place. And he sold it. Now he got the money. He don't care, but he do care. And anytime when the new company Flourish is trying to bring their stuff in,
right,
he gets mad. And like the other day, they brought.
That's gonna get him cut out of the equation.
Right. So they brought the new company sent over 3,000 pounds of computers.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a lot of computers.
Yeah.
Like pallets of computers. He said, take that ish right back. I don't want none of that stuff in here. And don't wear the Flourish shirts. Don't do this. Don't lie. And like they had a meeting. My wife said that she had a meeting with Flourish because she's part of outreach. So she goes to the churches, different places, and she's basically telling people, like when COVID was kicking off, she was one of the people that was at the church saying, hey, this is the benefits of why you should get get seen by a doctor, get the different injections. I mean, we were against it. We're not with. If you do decide to get that, that's on you. But you know, for the job, that's what she had to do.
Right.
And she had to go to a new meeting. The guy that I just told you about that cleared that money, he had a meeting prior to them going to the next meeting. He purposely tried to hold them up so they can never make it to the next meeting with the new company. Oh, that's how militant he's being.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I said, if the new company gets mad about that, they're gonna end up suing him for breach of contract, right, because he's holding up the process. And on top of it, he's sabotaging. And on top of that, if the new company decide to get froggy, they might get rid of him and everybody that's heads of whatever departments he's in, or whatever. So
that's business.
Right. And it was just wild. I was listening to all this stuff. I was like, man, I said, and this is the reason why I truck drive. That's what I told him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this is crazy.
I mean, just take the money and go, man.
Oh, man.
Boy, you wouldn't have to tell me twice.
Who you telling? I told my wife, I said, if they gave me a bag for my company for $9 million, I said, the moment that check cleared, I am being Houdini and I'm disappearing.
I'm telling you.
And I said, the only way you gonna be, I said, if you contact me, if you were able to find me or contact me, it's because I let you find me.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm not even answering my phone the same way. Hello?
I'm mad like somebody did. Hello? Yeah, right? Or just down on that. Hello, you just reached this whole line. I'm telling you, man. Shoot, I disappear, man. I'll probably be right underneath their nose. They won't even realize it. That's how disappeared I'd be, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know. I for sure wouldn't be showing up to work every day doing all that.
Bro.
Hey,
right.
That's how y'all want to do it.
Right. I'll be coming in that smell like a vacation every day.
Okay.
Shoot. What y'all doing? We're doing this paperwork for this, psych. I didn't care. I just did that just because I thought you cared.
Yeah, I mean, I in theory, in my head, I would still be modest about it. I mean, right, with the $9 million, you can live a long time in your same range, you know.
Right.
Like, I think.
Right.
But if it was ever to happen, we'll find out.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a music producer. I got my CDLs too.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm not built for over the road driving. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing. My father's he been a truck driving 30 years, so he kind of encouraged me. You know, it's a good thing to do. Get your CDLs, get more money with you. I'm not.
My pops did the same thing with me.
Yeah.
He was like, get a CDL. He's not a driver, but he used to work for the railroad.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get me to work for the railroad, but they ended up right when he retired, they got bought out by some Mexican company, and they downgraded everything. So most of it's automated.
Yeah, everything's downgrading these days.
And I didn't start driving until 2017. I ended up at, really, it wasn't even, I didn't even think it would be in the cards for me. I worked for Amazon.
Okay.
The Jax 2 location on Duval Road.
Okay.
And after my first year there, going into my mid of my second year, they came to me, they were like, hey, we got a new program coming up to where we'll pay for school or training or whatever. So you had an option to be a medical assistant, a nurse, IT, I think law enforcement, and CDL.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I was thinking,
those are good options.
right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I was considering law enforcement, but then I was like, man, I probably need to go get more training. Then I still got to go through a whole bunch of other hoops and hurdles. I said, what's the quickest thing I could do? And I was like, well, CDL probably be the fastest thing, because once I'm out of school, I'm on the road.
Right, right.
So I took that 1 month of Roadmaster, and I was on the road.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing.
Yeah, that's a big blessing. I was working for Hirschbach.
Oh, okay. Hirschbach?
Yeah, it's like a Japanese type food company type stuff.
Yeah. Is that the one with the design on the side of the truck?
It's like orange and gray.
I see those guys. Yeah, I tried to apply for them, man.
Yeah, it was just so much stuff. It was, you got to clean the trailer out and wash it down, and I mean, it was, I don't know, man. It was more than what I wanted. I'm a music producer, man.
Right. You ain't got time to be scrubbing the damn shit.
I'm on the computer.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so, you know, it scared me, because you know how like you have to back the bob or the I think it's called like bobcat, whatever.
Oh, bobtail.
Yeah. Okay. So that's without the trailer.
Right.
So
bobtail. Yeah.
Right. So you have to back the thing up into the trailer to latch it.
Oh yeah.
Right. So one time, I thought I did that. You know, when you back it up, you feel that jerk.
Yeah.
I thought I did that. So good thing I backed up and relatched it, because I would have just drove off and it would have just fell off. You know?
Right.
That right there.
I had that shit happen to me at Walmart one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fifth wheel failed. I thought because I even did tug test. I pulled it forward.
Right, the tug test, right.
Right. And I was like, okay, it should be good. Luckily, I forgot who was it. I think it was my mom called me, or my wife called me or something. And it just took me off my routine. So I never picked up the landing gear. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was in the middle of doing it and I stopped.
Right. Unair compressed it. Or, yeah.
And I turned around, I pulled off, all heard bang. I was like, dang, what the world? I got out and I realized it was right on the frame. It came off the fifth wheel sitting on the frame of the truck.
I said, I can't do this.
Right. And that's when I first started too, and that's what I said. I was like, I can't do this shit. And then I called my wife, told my wife what happened. She was like, just breathe. You'll be fine. You did this 100 times. You'll be all right. I was like, man, it just really messed me up when I did that.
People don't know it's tricky, man. And like, I was out there for like 4 months with a trainer. But I just really started to believe, like, if I'm out here by myself, I don't know about this.
Right.
Don't know. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was with a trainer for 4 months. Yeah, I was a little shaky about it. And the guy, one of my mentors, he was like, you got it if you got this far. But yeah, I get it. Like, if you don't have that, if you get that nerve of, like, man, listen to it.
Yeah.
Because I took a break. I ended up working at a retirement home. I took a break from over the road and worked at Vickers Landing out there in Ponte Vedra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that for like what, 9-10 months.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with the driving part. I ain't got no. It's just all the other stuff. Then you gotta go in there and get these slips, and they don't send you the right stuff.
Right, billing numbers.
All that, the invoices, then you gotta you gotta write your dock times, and there's electrical, and there's digital.
Yeah. And you gotta pay bumpers. I hated that.
Yeah, it was.
You get there. I was like, I know y'all knew about these bumpers before I got here.
And then you gotta go through the weigh stations. And,
hopefully you don't get a red light. Oh God, I used to get anxiety every time I drove by the damn thing.
Tell me, it'd be a whole bunch going. They don't understand. It'd be a whole bunch going on, man.
Yeah. And you wouldn't even get to the part of other people on the road driving.
Yeah.
Me and my partner was just talking about that the other day. Shoot, talking about these people out here be wilding in these streets.
Well, there was about 3 times where they make you drive like you don't really get no choice. You gotta drive 14 hours.
Yeah.
Like you don't really got no choice about that. And then you might have to get it fixed. So you might be up 24 hours. You might only get to sleep 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Whatever. I mean, in actuality, you know what I'm saying? But even though on paper, like you've been a sleeper for
10 hours.
Right. But you don't really.
But you may not sleep.
Right.
Right.
So I had a couple times where I was almost would have just ran straight through somebody if it didn't have those sensors on it, you know?
Right, yeah,
that scared me.
The brakes,
yeah, where it like automatically stops because it senses a car in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that's why when I drive my vehicle, I drive it like it's
like a truck.
Yeah, that's why I'm not an aggressive driver. I let people go ahead. I like at least 3 to 4 cars and lengths in front of me. You just never know, you know.
Man, before I got my license, I was wild. I used to be riding up on people, and then when I got my CDLs, like how you just explained how you drive. That's how I drive now.
Yeah, I don't like it. And then when I let other people, well, I've only one time let somebody else drive my car, but it's like you don't get no trophy for being up on somebody's bumper, like
that part.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Leave them people alone. And then when people get on my bumper, I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna brake check you.
Right. Especially if I'm in the slow lane. Oh, you finna catch them red lights.
Yeah. Then when you beep your horn, I'm silent protesting. I'm sitting there. That's my silent protest.
Right.
I had a UPS guy going, hammer, boy.
Right. Hey, I look at it like this. You late, you gonna be late.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So why are you in a hurry? If you were that much of a hurry, you should have left earlier.
Nah, I think just some people, it's a sense of entitlement. They just feel like that's what they used to doing. People done it to them so many times. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true.
Yeah, this car right here, I didn't have a horn for like 6 months, so I never was part of the horn gang. I couldn't hit the horn.
Oh wow!
I just got it fixed like a month ago.
On this car?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I just never brought it to their attention. I didn't really care.
Right. Yeah, because I'm one of the kind of people, I really don't use it that much myself.
It's disrespectful.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you might be trying to get them to pay attention to something, but people take that shit as offensive. It's like basically you telling them. I used to tell people this joke. I'd be like, when you honk that horn, it sounds like you telling the person your mama. Like you just said your mama, like you ranking on them.
Yeah, it's like if I felt safe going, I go.
Right.
But, now some people do be like sleep or whatever.
Yeah. Probably not paying attention.
Yeah. But that don't be me, so that's why I be like, I don't know why y'all got.
Right.
You ain't gotta do me like that.
Facts. Right. I'm on that same time. So, right, man. I would say maybe 1 out of every 8 times I may not be paying attention.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my wife, she'll be like, "Oh, it's a green light." I was like, "I know it's a green light. I'm not trying to run out there and get T-boned by somebody running the right." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is really sad.
Right. I've seen it. I've been in my truck and I've seen people. They'll honk at me and in my semi-truck and they wonder, "Oh, why you ain't take off that?" Because I remember one time I did that and a car literally ran in front of me and went like as I'm pulling forward. They ran the light, seen me, and was like, and swerved in front of me, and swerved around me, like imagine you driving now, and somebody coming out from the right side, and you would think they would hit you, but they literally turning and going the same way you're going, and then go around you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had that happen in Orlando. Matter of fact, I remember I was going to the Publix warehouse in Orlando, and I was sitting at a light turned green, and a car ran the light right when I started pulling off, and they kind of did like this little let me just swerve around you real quick.
Right. Yeah, Orlando's tricky.
Yeah.
They got a lot of tolls out there too.
Yep.
I just paid $46 in tolls.
Yeah, 'cause you can end up on the wrong road.
Yeah, you hit about 7 of them. Just do.
Yep. Because once you hit the first one, you ain't gonna. This is how it gets you. Yeah. See how he just did?
Yeah.
It was one of those kind of numbers, but he went around me, and I was just pulling off from the light. Man, when I tell you,
And that scares me too. I be like, why do you got to be way out there?
right,
Creeping.
right. Your nose is pretty much in the street where I have to turn. I have to go around you. Yeah. Man. I'm telling you.
No, what you said about the tolls though?
Yeah, the tolls. What I learned about these tolls, right, down in Orlando, is that you'll mess around, you'll see the sign, and you'll be like, okay, I'm aware there's tolls in the area, or whatever, right? But you don't know that the exit you're going to get off on has a toll. And then any following way you go down that main strip or whatever, from that first toll, is number tolls from there.
7 of them
Right.
lined up. So,
Right, lined up.
And then when you get through the 7 of them,
Right.
you got to go back through the 7 of them.
Want them to go back.
Yeah.
Because there's no other road.
And they be like, oh, there's only 22 cents. Yeah, but by the time it comes in the mail, it done multiplied.
Right.
Boy.
And then you gotta pay it in a certain amount of time before they charge you extra money. So by the time it gets to you, you may only have a handful of days just to get it right. You know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I've been there.
It happens though, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's just part of being a driver.
Yeah. My wife, she doesn't understand it at all. Oh my God. She doesn't. I tried to tell her one time. Like I tried to give her an understanding of how the DOT clock go, and I was trying to explain that to her.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky enough just trying to comprehend it yourself. But then she's very good at math, and I was just trying to tell her, like, look, I got to. And you know the easy way I ended up explaining this to her? I took a cup of water, and I poured it into another cup. Oh, no, I set it above a cup, and I poked a hole in it. And I said, the hole that I poked in it is my overall time clock for me for the day. And then I poked another hole in it, and I said, this is my drive clock. I said, when the top hole gets empty, everything from that hole on the top is just going to constantly run. So if I don't take my breaks, and I got what's that? I think you said it was 14 hours. Yeah, I think we drive 14 hours a day. Once you exhausted the first 4 hours and you didn't take a break, both time come down at the same time. And that's what I was trying to explain to her, because she was like, why you can't make it back and down?
And then the 7th or something like the 7th day, after that it start rounding back. Yeah.
Of the time that you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, recaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to tell her. I said, whatever that got spilled or got left over, I said I can run that the next day. Keep rolling it.
Right.
And she was like, this is like Chinese math. I was like,
yeah. And they be clocking them times too.
They sure do.
Yeah.
They sure do. I remember I was riding just recently, and I had to quit, and I went back with my homeboy here. I was working for Shoreside and running containers out of the port, and we were going from there to Georgia, Atlanta at the furthest. And I just started realizing, like, the only way I can come back to be like home every day, I had to violate. I had to violate.
I hear you.
Right.
She looking for you.
Oh no, that's my homeboy. I thought she did. Hello? You said you did what now? Oh, there you go. The what? Oh, because they gotta fix your other truck. Oh shit. You gonna be able to manage it though? Oh, you find it. Yeah, this is right around the corner. Right. Right. Yeah, I ain't drove a manual in a while. I tell anybody I talk to when I drive, I said, it's rusty. I said, I don't know if you want me to do that. I'll burn that clutch up. But hey, I'm in the middle of something. Hey, I can call you right back now. Yeah, my dog's that. Matter of fact, his ears was burning because I was about to bring him up. He worked at the company I just left from over there.
Yeah.
And man, I'm telling you, when you were talking about paperwork and all that stuff, that company's like that, man. I missed one gate pass, like to take a picture of it, and they talking about, oh, you can't get paid for that trip until we get that gate pass, so that's gonna be on your next paycheck. I said, nah, I gotta quit.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, if I do the work, I want to get paid.
Right. You know your container made it in there.
Right.
And that's all you needed to know. It made it there.
It says delivered.
Right.
They didn't call you and say, where's it at?
Exactly.
I didn't take it.
Right. Exactly. It made it there. Nobody didn't open the trailer. Hey, the intermodal got picked up and put on the boat.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. Yeah. Shoot. I turned around. They was like, "Oh, you can come back." And I was working as a contractor, independent contractor driver. So basically, you own the company, the trucking company that works for Shoreside, and I drive for you. And it was an older couple, and they had an older truck, and they were like, "Well, don't you want to be home every day?" Because when I did the interview with them, I was like, "Yeah, of course." I said, "I'd love to be home every day," because the previous company I had, I was home every day, but it felt like I was always gone because my day started at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Didn't get home until 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And I said, yeah, that'd be nice. It's a priority, but I need money first. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a way I can get me a bag by running to Atlanta or somewhere kind of far, and I gotta sit a day out, I'm fine with that.
Right. Make it make sense.
Right, make it make sense. Exactly. And that's exactly what I told them right after that. I said, I just needed to make it make sense. And I said, because in the past, my wife was tripping about that. She wanted me to come back home or whatever. But now she's under the understanding that, hey, the longer I stay out, the more money I make.
Right.
So.
You got to do some work in the process.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So long story short, man, I remember I missed a gate pass, and they were like, yeah. So they took out all the fuel, but they didn't pay us for the trip that you made. And I was like, so they can take the fuel out. They know that I pumped the fuel, but you mean to tell me that they don't know that their trailer that they had made it into the yard? Okay. I said, you only can get me with that one time.
Yeah, and then now you know better.
Right.
Trick me once.
Right. Yeah, trick me once for shame on you. Trick me again, shame on me. Shoot.
Yeah.
But ever since then, man,
I just was not cut out for that stuff. Man.
Right. The lady who did the orientation for me, she called me up. She was like begging me, "Oh, we'll put you in the company truck." I said, nah. And I said, the lady that owned the truck, it was a nice old couple too, man. And small world. Her husband used to work with my husband, work with my dad at the railroad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? And I just was like, man, I broke it off with them because she called me one day because we needed, I was like, hey, I need to get paid. I haven't got paid in weeks because the reason why I came there is because my homeboy with the dump truck during the hurricanes, I was out of work for 3 weeks. I needed money. And then you turn around and tell me because I didn't take a picture of a piece of paper that is a gate pass, that you knew that I went through this gate because it was your gate that I went through. I was like, nah.
Y'all tripping.
Y'all tripping. I can't do that no more.
Now, which way do I go off in here?
When you come in, you just take a hard right.
You got your gate clickers?
Yeah.
I might be able to run in behind him. You said
you can run in behind him.
Take a left.
Yeah, when you come in, you just hug these cars and go around to the right. To the right.
Yeah, these is nice, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Bro, and one bedroom here, I want to say one bedroom here is like, I think 13. Okay. I want to say.
You said turn right or left?
Oh, yeah, follow this truck. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They got valet trash. They have a pretty nice gym. The pool, they keep up with the pool. I'm a pet owner, but keep going. Oh, keep straight. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way in the alley. I'm a pet owner, but I can't stand because you will see people with pets every time you come out the door. Like this guy right here, that dog is aggravating as hell. I'm telling you. Oh, he might back up. Yeah. But yeah, I'm all the way at the back of the alley. And but they pretty nice, man. Neighbors, pretty cool. They don't, most of the people friendly. Yeah, they don't bother you. Like we've been in our building for a couple of years now. Most of the neighbors that we're cool with, what else? Oh, it's over here to the left.
All right. Well,
yeah,
big brother, again, I want to thank you for riding with Uber.
Man, I appreciate you, man. You put me on some game. Hey,
big lessons.
Yeah, lessons, yes sir. Hopefully I see you next round. Yeah, I wish they had a thing where they could just request
Reserve,
people, man.
I wish too, but maybe in due time.
Yeah, in due time. They'll realize they'll make more money.
Yeah.
They just for them to realize it.
Be blessed, Jay.
Yes, sir. You take care.
On the gang.